So we got some actual footage of our first look at Dylan Fairchild. And pause for a second. Dylan Fairchild versus middleweight champion Sean Strickland. Now, I know there's some people who hate Sean Strickland. It's not what this video is about. This video really just about, Fairchild versus Strickland. Speaking of that real fast, before we get into this, Leno Brown did say at Teddy K, think we got our first fine of the year, which obviously is this right here. Now, I'm not sure. Okay, so there's stipulations in your contracts, and this whole situation with, Shamar Stewart really posted to light. But there are things in your contract that say you can't do certain things before the season starts that could injure yourself, right? I wonder if this is one of those things. Participating in an MMA style event like this. Because if you get hurt in something like this, you could, technically speaking, obviously miss some time, which could, impact you and you're getting paid, right? So I'm not sure if this voids any clauses. I'm sure he probably contacted the Bengals beforehand and told them that he was going to do this. But I mean, he does do very well versus a former MMA, or UFC middleweight champion. Does actually a really good job, which I feel like most linemen, like veteran linemen, could be in this type of situation. But when you get a rookie like this, it's kind of awesome to see. And shout out to Dylan Fairchild. Again, whether or not you like or dislike Sean Strickland, it's not what this video is about. But when it comes to Dylan Fairchild holding his own, I think he does a pretty good job. And thankfully, he walked out of here, knock on wood, with no injuries. So, this is a positive takeaway, not a negative takeaway, which, whenever events like this happens, you never know what's going to happen. But, see what the comments are saying. Oh, heck yeah, now all they have to do is sign one remaining quality free agent guard to start on the other side. Which could be Will Hernandez, or could be Brandon Sheriff, or it could be Dalton Resner. Ankle pick and a hug boy gator roll. Need to see him pull one of those after the first late number 9 take this season. Yeah. He has an unreal wrestling background. It's awesome to see him use it for training as well. I think we looked at last night. He's 67-0. He wrestled in high school or college. To Strickland's defense, the Bengals O-line coach Scott Peters has won several Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu's world championships. Wow. That's good to know. Yeah, he does have wrestling in his background. I believe he's like 67-0 in his wrestling record or something. He's an absolute animal when it comes to wrestling. So it's not surprising he does hold his own very well versus, Sean Strickland here. But I kind of want to see this real fast. So, as soon as Myles Garrett, Pittsburgh, breathes wrong, I want him folding crap up. Who is this? Okay, I was making sure that's one of the football players. Is that a cage inside Paycor you're telling me on show and the other day? LOL. Good. Need him to be anyone that does the cheap shots on Joe. Too risky for off-season training. What a beast, though. That's the only thing I would think about, too, is, risk of injuries. But I don't think that he's going to get injured. I think we should be fine. I don't think there should be any issue here. I was thinking of the chance of, if this is in the clause in the, contract. But I don't think it is. I think we're good here. But I know you can't go skydiving. You can't go Rocky Mountain climbing. And there's some other things you can't do before your first game. So, usually also those are for first round picks as well. So, I don't know. Tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. See you guys next one.